Good morning and welcome back to my third packing moving video. Me packing up my house. You can see I've got some boxes behind me. Today's job is really the living room and mainly the books, to be honest, just books, some other little decor bits, and we should be having an Amazon order come. I do definitely avoid to shop on Amazon, but sometimes you just need to buy stuff on Amazon. Like we bought a mattress bag, like a reusable bag that you put your mattress in, which has handles on to help you move so it doesn't get dirty. We bought some bubble wrap, something I've never bought before and hopefully won't buy again. Just to wrap, we have like some art prints and we don't want them getting broken or anything, so just to wrap those and some of our other like more fragile bits, because tissue paper is not big enough for the prints and stuff, so we bought bubble wrap. I've also got some soy anti-mosquito, what's that called? I can never remember what it's called. Anyway, candles for the wedding coming, and some jojoba oil I did try to buy in town and I couldn't find any for a reasonable enough price for us, so I ordered that as well. And I think that's everything I got on Amazon, to be honest, so that should be coming. Oh, and some more bunting bias. Okay, so whilst today is mainly packing up the living room, it's also wedding DIY day. So I am making all the bunting for our wedding. I've made, between me and my grandma, I think we have about 100 metres or maybe 90 metres. This is 10 metres of bias. I did buy this from a small company, but unfortunately just like the price is way more expensive than just buying it off Amazon. So for the next 50 metres I've just bought off Amazon. So that's that. And I still have tons of flags left that I made like made some last summer, I've just been making them throughout the year, and now I'm just stitching them all together. So until the rest of my bias arrives this morning, I'm going to finish this 10 metres, and I'm also going to stitch. Oh, I have this wedding dress fabric which my grandma gave me, and I think I figured out it's raw silk. It is old, secondhand, whatever, and we're making our hand fasting ribbons from it that I will show you as well a bit later. But I'm going to cut just one undyed out of this fabric and try and stitch it on my machine and see how it turns out. Because it's raw silk and silk in general, it will fray, so I'm kind of trying to make it like thinner, and I'm going to try and make it like a ribbon just by stitching it and then ironing it. So I'm going to try and do that today as well. I also need to pop out and get some tea to dye one of the ribbons brown, and some beetroot to dye one of them red. And yeah, I'll probably do that this afternoon actually, and I may take myself out for a coffee. I'll see how far I get with this bunting, and then yeah, it will just be like in between making putting together boxes of books. But yeah, first things first is definitely my bunting. And oh boy, there is a hell of a lot of it. So I'm just going to make a pile here of like the flags in the order I want them to go in, so they're all a bit like random and nice, and I'll start sewing. Bunch of bunting done. Now I just go through and check everything's okay, and I cut off loose threads at the ends and stuff, and I fold them up, tie them up so that they can easily be, I fold mine like this, you know, flag over flag. There's loads of my hair on this, flag over flag. Yeah, all of the flags are made from scrap fabric, so like this is some old bedding, old bottom sheet. This was some fabric I found in a charity shop. This was some of my dad's old pyjama bottoms. It's an old shirt of mine that was just too thin to wear anymore. Yeah, this is my dad's old shirt. Yeah, loads of stuff. Some old trousers I wasn't using anymore. More old bedding. Yeah, one of my dad's old shirts. Like just loads of. It's quite nice because when you look through it, you can like see different members of the family, and so when I first made this in last summer for my parents' 30th wedding anniversary. Is it last summer? 2 summers ago. I made 50 metres for them for their wedding anniversary. It's good because I stitch it so it's reusable, so I stitch it top, bottom, and it's like double-sided so you can machine wash it. So it will last for ages. Yeah, so when I first made it, it was like everyone was going around and looking to see like what, oh, they're my pyjama bottoms, that's my shirt, that's my bedding, and it's really nice to have that as a family. And when we were done with all of them after my parents' wedding anniversary party, I kind of handed out them to people. So my brother has some, half went to my parents, half came to me. So we have like some up in our living room all the time. We get them out for birthdays. It's just a really lovely thing to have in your life, instead of buying balloons or like disposable bunting, to have this like homemade family bunting that you can use for special events over and over and over again. And I just think that's really special. So I've just cut some more strips of silk for our hand fasting ribbons. I don't think they're as long as they should be. I think they're meant to be like at least 1.5 meters, and these are only 1.35, but it should be enough to go round us, hopefully. But either way, so I cut 2, 3, 4, and one of these will just remain white, and I'll iron them all and then just sew one of them, and then I'm going to pop out, once I've attempted sewing it, to get the some beetroot and some tea. These are the ones I've already dyed. This one was dyed with turmeric, so that looks really beautiful. This is going to be our golden ribbon. I've got this beautiful blue, I love this colour. That is going to be our blue. And these ones are all dyed with various things, like they dyed with, one of them was dyed with coffee, just didn't come out very dark. One of them was dyed with like packet beetroot, didn't come out very well at all. And another one, I don't know what it was dyed with, but hey ho. I think actually I've dyed 2 with coffee to see how it goes. But yeah, so I'm going to iron these and these because these are like the done ones, and yeah, lovely. I'll probably iron the folding as well, just so it's nice and even. So I ironed the white one, and I ironed a fold in it so that I can stitch it together and see what it looks like as like a ribbon, and then I'll just turn it inside out. So I'm not sure how thick I want it, probably an inch or 2. So obviously there's like excess here, but I guess I'll just see how I go. Fingers crossed it turns out nicely, and my machine, a very old machine, takes the fabric well. Probably cut the excess off before I turn it the right way around. Put it through with a safety pin. That's best. More threads. I think I'm going to leave the ends raw actually. This one's a bit wonky, I'll probably have to cut it, but it gives it a bit of character when it starts to like, I don't know what it's called. Brain's going dead. But yeah, I think it gives it a bit of character, because these will only be used once, and then they'll just be there for us to keep forever as a memory of our wedding day. But yes. it's really nice and soft actually. Oh, lovely. Okay, so I think I'll probably iron it again, so that it's all flat. I'll probably try and iron it so that the seam is on the side, like that. Yeah, let's try that. I think it turned out so beautifully. So this is the white ribbon, and I just sewed it so that the stitches on the edge, and I left the ends all raw and messy. I actually quite like that. So it is hopefully long enough, but yeah, it's really soft and it did work really well, and I just ironed it quite a few times. That's really soft. I ironed it quite a few times on either side to make it really nice and flat, and I think that's the right width as well, because then we have 5 ribbons. So one for, we're having a very traditional hand fasting, so they're for each of the elements, so like fire, water, air, earth, and then also a gold one for the spirit, which is what this one is. And I've now ironed these 2, the blue one for water, to stitch these ones, so I feel comfortable with that. So this one is dyed with turmeric, and this one is dyed with black bean water. And my partner's just gone to the gym, and he's gonna bring back some beetroot for me and some tea bags, because we have tea, but we don't really have like really dark tea, and they recommend tea bags with dyeing, and I've tried it with coffee and it just didn't work. And our tea's like nice, and that sounds awful, but like I just want to buy some cheap tea to dye it with, because you need like 10 tea bags, but I'll probably put more in because we need quite a dark brown. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's really soft. Isn't it gorgeous?
What is here?
I only saw that. God help me. Yes, my way to the med school interviews, and they talk about all that homeopathic, holistic, naturopathic, chiropractic, TCM, Unani, Ayurvedic crap.
Plus, I don't need money to goof on. But
So we're driving. Yeah, we're driving.
So I'm just making I'm just about to dye the last 2 hand fasting ribbons. Sorry for the state, you probably can't see the state of my kitchen on the floor, but it's really bad, but moving. So yeah, in one pot I have beetroot. There's 4 beetroots cut up in there simmering, and then the other one I put 15 tea bags. We just got these like really cheap ones. Yeah, we will use them, or if not we'll give them to a shelter, the leftovers. So I think the tea bags will be done now. They've been simmering for like maybe half an hour, so I'll take all the tea bags out and put one of these ribbons in, and I think I'm going to leave the beetroot in there but still put a ribbon in and leave it on low heat simmering. So I think that will like increase my chances of it getting like a red. So yeah, I'm going to take all the tea bags out. So this is the current living room situation. Got all the boxes out. I also put away all of the books, all of our paperbacks and all of our hardbacks, and it is all of these boxes and all of these boxes. We have a lot of books. Yeah, so I bought this in from the bedroom, and I also oiled it. We got this off Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, when we first moved here, I think. and it's antique. It does have some like scratches down there, but it's fine. It is what it is, and yeah, it is beautiful though. Nice solid wood bookcase. Yeah, I really need to empty my Hoover. Now it's just time to, I need to get some screws to take this down and clean it. We got this off Facebook Marketplace as well when we first moved out. It's like an IKEA bookshelf, but we literally paid like maybe £10 for it. And then I have my standing desk thing that I'm also going to polish. And I've just moved and put loads of stuff in here. This can't be packed like this. Things need to be wrapped in bubble wrap when that arrives. And just all the other bits we had on the bookshelf. And yeah, we have our washing, drying as well, and all the plants here. This one's not doing so well. I think it was too sunny where it was, so I'm gonna make sure that's somewhere not too much for it. But yeah, this one's doing beautifully. And my babies. Oh, and these are some bunches of herbs that we're using for our wedding ceremony that our grandparents will lay for us. So at the moment I've got 2 rosemary, I've got 2 sage. These are fresh herbs, so they need to dry out. And then hopefully we can get some lavender as well. And then there'll be, you know, one for each grandparent or whatever. So yeah, that's what's drying there. I finished all my ribbons, like I showed you the first one, and the other ones are still boiling away. I might as well show you quick. Just making a cup of tea. So this is the beetroot. I think the camera makes it look more red. I'm a bit concerned about it actually, it's not going that red, but hey ho. I think you can actually add turmeric and that will make it a bit redder, I'm not sure. And this is the tea, so that's like browning, but it's not really dark yet. So I think I just leave it. It's only on like a really low heat. This one's not bubbling though, so I think I might turn it off so it bubbles a bit, just to help it absorb. But yeah, this one is getting there. I'm not sure when to remove the beetroot, but like it's just like a pink. But the juice is really red and you can see it's like staining the spoon. I just need to make sure it gets all of the juices. But yeah, I'll probably leave that there for a couple of hours and then strain the things out, and then probably leave it overnight soaking in it, just so I can get as red as possible, and if needs be add turmeric if I don't think once I strain these out that it's getting dark enough. Yeah. Right. Now for my tea. Hello, it's another day and I finished dyeing the last of the hand fasting ribbons. So this is the tea one. It's more of a like golden brown than a dark brown, but I think it's like as good as it's going to get, to be honest with you. I'm running out of time a bit, so this will be fine. And then with the beetroot, it's like a light pink, not really a red, but I think I'm just gonna leave it as is because I really do like this colour, and all the colours kind of go quite nicely together, I think, you know, like subdued. I was considering going out and buying some food dye to dye the red one red, but I like the idea of it being a natural dye anyway, and we can just change the ceremony script to say pink instead of red, which is fine because yeah, I think that's fine. So I'm just gonna iron these, sew them quickly, and then I'll show you the finished product. Finished. I think the brown one in particular turned out really beautifully. So this one represents Earth, and the pink one is like almost like nude. It's very subdued, but it's very pretty actually. You can tell it's pink compared to the others, so I guess that's good. So yeah, I'm done with my hand fasting ribbons, and I also finished off all of the bunting last night because the bias arrived, and I can't reach it. I just need to fold it all up. I didn't quite have enough flags for the entire roll of bias, so I probably only done about 30 meters here, but yeah, I'm so glad it's all done, and now I can just focus on packing and enjoying my time away with my mum and stuff like that. And I'm very excited for our ceremony now. We have all the bunting and we have all of our hand fasting ribbons. Oh, I just think they look beautiful. Can't get them all in my hands at the same time, but look, I think they look lovely. It's definitely more of a nude than a pink, but it is what it is, and I think it looks beautiful. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sure I'll film another one of packing or unpacking or setting up for the wedding and stuff, and then I'll probably do a bit of maybe a sit down video afterwards, sharing kind of what I did to make my wedding sustainable and vegan and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely stay tuned, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.